Welcome to the second annual Global Peace Song Awards ceremonies. As today also represents Earth Day, our GPSA ceremonies will also be musically honoring and celebrating this day of greater reverence for Mother Earth and all of the precious beings that she divinely allows to inhabit our collective home. As to the background of the Global Peace Song Awards and how this contest worked, we invited musicians and music video producers from around the world to submit their most inspiring original songs and music videos in several genres: New Age, Acoustic Contemporary, Classical, Opera, A Cappella, Country, Folk, Jazz, Hip-Hop, Rock, Pop, and music videos. Contestants were able to submit up to 3 songs per category, and there were 3 ways they could win. First, famous jury panel members, who you will learn more about in just a moment, would vote on songs and music videos. Second, the public would vote on contested songs and the music videos. Third, Facebook fans would vote on the song or video they liked most for an overall winner in the category of most reaches and most likes. So with this background in mind, we are honored to have Karen Laurie as our MC for our Global Peace Song Awards ceremonies today. Karen has been a successful actress and has fused this experience with her passion for mind-body science and meditation to teach insights about living in unconditional love. Please join me in welcoming our Karen Laurie to the stage.
We're thankful that you are all here. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm excited to be here to celebrate these amazing artists who are here for peace. If you're excited, please let us hear you. It's an honor to be here to celebrate music, our beautiful planet, and Earth Day, musicians and video producers who give their hearts and souls to create pathways towards peace. We are so excited and honored to be here at this beautiful church and place of worship to celebrate the sacred power of music. You're also here to help us celebrate the amazing award winners of our 2017 second annual Project Peace on Earth Global Peace Song Awards, which is sponsored by Sangeeta Kaur and Hai Win and their wonderful nonprofit organization, Empower with Art Productions. I feel so much appreciation for Project Peace on Earth and initiating this contest idea, and for the amazing work they do to bring peace to the Middle East. And we especially appreciate the beautiful First Congregational Church of Los Angeles for their gracious and generous donation of the Sanctuary of Peace for our awards show. We are especially thankful for their wonderful staff, along with Christoph Bull, who graciously made this venue possible for us. A little about myself and why I'm here today. During one of my very first acting jobs, I had a very exalted experience where I felt a sense of absolute connection with everything and everyone, and I can truly say that experience changed my life. And since that time, I've been inspired to perform in over 1,000 hours of television, film, and commercials. My love for acting and my unique first experience with it also quickly returned me to my passion to learn more deeply about spirituality and science, and this is what inspired me to devote myself to the practice of living in unconditional love and inner peace. So from my perspective and experience, music can be a divine prayer. It has the power to transcend language and cultural perspectives, and more importantly, it has the ability to connect us with our hearts and to remind us to live in the deeper truth of who we really are. I love music's power to inspire, to empower, and to uplift humanity toward a greater sense of love, connectedness, and peace. And this is truly what the Global Peace Song Awards are all about. It's a worldwide search for the most spiritually inspired musicians and music video producers who seek to guide us to live from the greater perspective of love and peace. I feel inspired to applaud this mission and all of the musicians and video producers who participated in our contest. Will you join me? Thank you. So again, our awards ceremony will be honoring some of our planet's most amazing musicians and one music video producer. We mentioned famous jury panel members who the contestants could have their music heard by and their videos seen by. And before I tell you their names, we want to express our most heartfelt thanks to our 2017 jury panel members. We are so thankful to each of you. Our 2017 and 2018 jury panel members in alphabetical order are Maria Conchita Alonso, multi-platinum best-selling singer-songwriter; Stewart Copeland of The Police, multi-time Grammy winner; Randy Copus of the famed New Age group 2002; Jonathan Elias of Elias Arts and the Prayer Cycle albums; Hai Win, entrepreneur and musician; Peter Joseph, musician, writer, producer, director of the Zeitgeist movie series; David Joyce, Grammy winner for Best Jazz Vocal; Sangeeta Kaur, singer, songwriter, producer, and founder of the nonprofit Empower with Arts Productions; Tim Kring, the creator and executive producer of hit TV shows Hero and Touch; Steve Robertson, founder of Project Peace on Earth and the Global Peace Song Awards; Joanne Yay, Steve. Joanne Shenandoah, Native American singer-songwriter; Ralph Simon, mobile entertainment pioneer and former co-founder of Jive Music, one of Europe's largest independent record labels; Sean Stone, writer, producer, actor, director; famed folk legend Peter Yarrow of Peter, Paul and Mary; and our special 2017 and 2018 advisory board members Stefan Heger of Fisheye Music Studios and Peter Young of Hubcast Media. We'd also like to acknowledge that in the first year of our contest and awards in 2016, we were honored to have Philip Lawrence of Bruno Mars serve as one of our jury panel members. Could I please get a round of applause for these amazing jury panel members?
Karen, our first presenter is Steve Robertson. He's the founder of the Global Peace Song Awards contest. He's also the founder, CEO of Project Peace on Earth, PPOE, an organization for the promotion and attainment of world peace through globally telecast concerts of sacred music from sacred sites. He has produced 3 international concerts, 2 of which were broadcast out to 80 million homes worldwide on Christmas Day from Bethlehem, and through his organization PPOE, he produced, along with advisory member John Quigley, one of the UN's 49 most iconic images in the world, the famed Picasso Peace Dove Love All aerial art image, which was formed by 1,000 Palestine refugee children at the base of the Mount of Temptation in Jericho. Steve, will you please join Karen Laurie on stage? Let's welcome our good friend, Steve Robertson.
Thank you again all for joining us. This is Earth Day. And in this tradition, the Native Americans hold as truth that as we treat every resource on our planet, water, food, our soil, the air, that we think 7 generations ahead. We are reminded by the great Chief Seattle, who said, all things are connected. So in the spirit of this environmental message, I also want to share, there's an important story about a monk, and he was followed by his disciple. They walked down a path for what seemed miles, and the young disciple continually asked the monk, "Monk, great teacher, tell me when we will have peace on our planet." The monk continued to walk. He appeared to ignore the disciple, and they came to a bend in the path, and there was a pond. And rather than to follow the bend in the path, the monk walked directly into the pond and stood at chest high in the water, and the disciple sat there puzzled. Why? He said, well, I've asked you, when are we going to have peace on the planet? You've walked into a pond. What does this mean? The monk invited him to join him. And he did. And they stood there eye to eye, chest high in the water, looking at each other. And the disciple demanded, I've asked, why and when are we going to have peace on the planet? And you've walked into a pond. What are we here for? And with that, the monk leaped out of the water and put both of his hands on the disciple's shoulder and plunged him into the water, what seemed for eternity. He finally let the disciple up, and the disciple gasped with air. He looked at the disciple and he said, "There is your answer. When you want your last breath as much as you want peace, that's when we will have peace." So one of the great spiritual books on the planet regarding music is called The Mysticism of Sound and Music by Hazrat Inayat Khan. And in this book he says, people say that the soul, on hearing the song of creation, entered the body, but in reality, the soul itself was the song. And he goes on to say, there's no greater way to attain this enlightenment than through music, if only the music is rightly understood. These musicians who have won, who are here today, personify this truth. And I'll share one last story. In the film Copying Beethoven, the actor Ed Harris plays Beethoven. It's about the relationship he has with a woman who's scribing his music, hence the name Copying Beethoven. In this film, he's a very abusive human being, this very lovely woman who's just trying to help him. And then one day, out of sheer guilt and shame, he slams his hand down on the table and he says, "What's the deal? Why do you take this from me? Stand up for yourself." She begins to weep. And she says, "I do this because I hope by being in your presence, one day I might be able to write great music like you." And so he is so sincerely moved that he sits with her at the table for the first time, eye to eye, to share with her the volition through which this music is occurring through him. And he says these words, "This is what I have been looking for all my life. This is what I believe these musicians are looking for within their heart and soul as they scribe each note and as they pray for each word." He says to her, "The vibrations on the ear are the breath of God, speaking to man's soul. We musicians are as close to God as man can be. We hear his voice, we read his lips, and we give birth to the children of God who sing his praise. That is what musicians are," he says to her. And then he says, "If we are not that, then we are nothing." And I believe, as you may know, these great musicians, Beethoven, Bach, Chopin, and Mozart, they would write at the top of their compositions the Latin initials AMDG, Ad Mortium de Gloriam, for the greater glory of God. Okay. You look in this church. Christoph was kind enough to bring us here and invite us to perform. When I looked behind and I saw this organ, it was a very tearful, joyful moment. I was in awe at the beauty. And here we are celebrating the beauty of these brilliant musicians who have dedicated their life not to writing just pop music, but to write music that is meaningful to the heart and soul in transforming our hearts so that we can be liberated into kinder, more loving and caring human beings. That's why we're really here. So I thank you, and with those words and this great honorable moment, our first musical guest performer is also our jury panel member, Radhika, of her departure and her song, Act of God. Please join me in welcoming Radhika to the stage.
Thank you. Is this out of our hands? Is this something we don't understand? We've always been in control, but we don't want to use what we already know. We can choose to do or not. When we do, we're only lost as we hide behind facades, waiting for an act of God. Is this part of the plan, or an unforeseen circumstance? We're too afraid to let go, but we don't want to use what we already know. We can choose to do or not. When we do, we're only lost as we hide behind facades, waiting for an act of God. Ooh, ah, ooh, yeah. Ooh, ah, ooh, yeah. Ooh, ah, ooh, yeah. Ooh, ah, ooh, yeah. We never see it coming, but it always does. It always does. And there's no point here running when the tempest is on top of us. We can choose to do or not. When we do, we're only lost as we hide behind facades, waiting for an act of God. Ooh, ah, ooh, yeah. Ooh, ah, ooh, yeah. Ooh, ah, ooh, yeah. Ooh,
Erotica, that was amazing.
Karen and Steve, again, in our first winning category of New Age music, we want to acknowledge our jury panel winner, Radhika Vicaria, of her departure and her song, Awake.
I've gone so far away from where I came. I've been sleepwalking. The monster's arms are warm and safe. The voices say no one can hurt me. In the dark we don't need a name. No need to feel ashamed. Put it all on the pill.
Thank you so much for this honor. I really appreciate it. I want to first say thank you to my co-creators of this song, Jarl Arnested and Damon Sharp, for having the courage to work with me on this music. And I want to thank the GPSA so much and all of the panel voters and all the inspiring artists here. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you.
We now welcome to the stage the New Age public voting winner, Say, for her song, We Are One.
In your spirit, in your soul, in your hands, in your eyes, do you feel it? I am you, you are me, we are one, it's meant to be.
Happy Earth Day to everyone. Thank you so much for this honor. I wrote We Are One as a mantra, a celebration of our interconnectedness. Beneath the layers of our humanity, we're all made of the same stuff of the universe. We're all made of the same elements. We are water, air, earth, sky, and it's something that we should remember every day, especially today on Earth Day, to give thanks for the ocean that sustains us. We are one. We are one breath, one life, one stream, one tide, one hope, one tribe, one earth. We are one. And I'd like to thank Rob Beaton for his amazing mix. And I've had some amazing teachers in my life, Steve Robertson, Project Peace on Earth, Reverend Reinhardt, Master Kumar, who taught me to comfort the mourner, inspire the truth seeker, and heal the sick, Paramahansa Yogananda, the Dalai Lama, so many. But mostly the earth has taught me about the air and the water and the wind and the sky. Thank you so much.
In our next category, acoustic contemporary music, we welcome to the stage our jury panel winner, Stefan Crane, and his song, Looking for Love.
Sunday nights in solitude, you got me wishing for love from you.
First of all, I'd just like to say what an incredible honor it is to have the opportunity to contribute to Project Peace on Earth and the incredible cause here. Thank you to the panelists and the other artists for sharing their inspiring work. Looking for Love is really about the sense that love is this uniting force that everybody needs, and whether we know it or not, especially when we're lost, that is the end-all be-all, the thing that can really get you through anything. So thank you very much.
We now welcome to the stage the acoustic contemporary music public voting winner, Diane Durrett and Melissa Junebug, and their song, The River Sings.
river sings to welcome me home. I feel the spirits in the great flat stones when the river sings. Deep in my dreams, when the water's high.
Thank you. This project is focused on our vital connection to water and the ongoing efforts to protect this life source for future generations. And we are just so grateful for organizations like this, and we're so grateful for our musical community and our listeners who continue to support us every step of the way. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. You may have a seat. Karen, we would now like to invite our next guest presenter, Lindsay Wagner, to the stage. Lindsay Wagner is an Emmy Award-winning and Golden Globe-winning actress famed for her role as the Bionic Woman, the first female TV superhero. She has released a meditation album called Open to Oneness. For 25 years, she has been the honorary chair for the Interagency Council on Child Abuse and Neglect.
I feel thrilled to introduce the beautiful and brilliant Lindsay Wagner.
Good afternoon. Stephen asked if we could talk about what's important about music for 3 minutes, and it's like, no. Who can talk about the importance of music in 3 minutes? And then you go to try and access your left brain to put what you feel into words, and you're stumped again. So in trying to think about what I was going to say today, I happened to have my iPod thing on, and Tim McGraw came on singing a song. And I, like Stephen, when I start talking, you know, as you noticed, he's a big sap. He can hardly get through a speech because he's so moved and can hardly cry. Well, it does the same thing for me, this song. And it's a song about a man who was out, drank too much, and drove to the protest of his friends anyway, and killed someone, and ended up in prison. And so the words to this song came on right when I was sitting there thinking, what can I say? Everybody has so much to say about it. And all of a sudden this song came on and I went, okay, I just want to read you some of the lyrics in this one section of the song called number 37405. That's his prison number. It's who he is there. And yet it says, he listens to the countdown every Sunday morning from his cold, solitary prison cell. And the music from his radio is like freedom down a dirt road, makes that 8 by 10 a brighter hill. Because first we are sound, and when we hear music, we interact with those frequencies. It's almost like it breaks down the perception that we have of separateness. Of course, like Stephen would say, when it's the right music, it'll either strengthen it or it'll break it down. And that's what I hear when I hear him singing this. It's such a testament to that then our manifestation changes as well, because we've changed inside. Anyway, I'm thrilled and honored to be with these amazing artists here today. And of course, Stephen, who started stirring this pot all those years ago, and all those who've helped. Madam. Now I'm going to turn into Vanna White. She's going to do all the rest of the talking.
Lindsay and everyone, our next musical guest performer is also our jury panel winner in our world music category. Performing her winning song, Here in My Heart, is Priya Deepika.
Here in my heart, here in my heart, I sing to remember. 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 Welcome to this garden of seeds planted from the stars above. This garden of seeds planted from the stars above. From the stars above. Oh, Here in my heart, I sing to remember love. Here in my heart, I sing to be free. Here in my heart, I sing to remember. Here in my heart, I sing to remember. Welcome to this garden of seeds planted from the stars above. From the stars above. I sing to remember. Here in my, I sing to remember. Here in my
And as it so happens, in our next category of world music, we welcome to the stage our jury panel winner, Priya Deepika, for her song, Here in My Heart.
Thank you so much. I want to give my first prop to Jonathan Hakakian, who, if you could please stand up. This song wouldn't be possible without my producer, composer. All the beautiful boom that you hear, he took my simple song and made magic with it. So thank you, Jonathan. And of course, my amazing husband, who's my rock and support, taking all the beautiful photos. My sister, Srisha, my family, my community, thank you so much for being here, Paradox. This is about sound as medicine, and Here in My Heart is just one expression of finding that peace within to the world that we can be bridge walkers every day. So thank you for this award. Steve, thank you for the Global Peace Song Awards and an effort to bridge music and human rights. Let's keep collaborating together so we can really see the peace in the music and really shape society the way we can be in harmony together and in balance with all the elements. Thank you so much. Namaste.
We now welcome to the stage our acoustic contemporary public voting winner, Ruth Weber, who is also here representing Dan Aykroyd, Alan White, Rupam Sarma, Alexander Karyotis, the Disciple Singers, and their song, Enlighten Your Soul.
Buddha, enlightenment, attained nirvana.
Thank you so much. I want to acknowledge all the collaborators that worked with me on this project. Rupam Sarma, Lori Zeal, Alexander Karyotis, the Disciple Singers, Alan White, Dan Aykroyd, and so many from all different parts of the world worked on the Action Moves People United project. And I want to thank all of you that came today that chose to make music for the greater good and to make the world a better place. We're honored to be among you. Thank you so much.
Our next musical guest performer is also our jury panel winner in our folk music category. Performing his winning song, I Choose Love, is Sean Galloway.
I can see laughter, I can see tears. I see a choice, love or fear. So what do you choose? I can see peace, I can see wars. I can see sunshine, or I can see a storm. So what do you choose? Now I choose to live with freedom fine. From my heart where the light keeps shining, and I choose to feel the whole world crying for the strength that we can rise above. I choose love. I choose love. I can see sharing, I can see grief, I can see caring or poverty. So what do you choose? I can see gardens, or I can see bombs. I can see life or death coming on strong. What do you choose? Now I choose to live with freedom fine. From my heart where the light keeps shining, and I choose to feel the whole world crying for the strength that we can rise above. I choose love. I choose love. I see us healing, the darkness dying. I see us dawning as a world united. So what do you choose? Love or fear? And oh, we choose. Now I choose to live with freedom fine. From my heart where the light keeps shining, and I choose to feel the whole world crying, and I choose to feel the one voice rising, and I choose to feel us all united in the strength that we can rise above. I choose love. 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 How about you guys? I choose love. Thank you very much. Thank you.
And as it turns out, Lindsay and Karen, in our next category of folk music, we welcome to the stage the jury panel winner, Sean Galloway, for his song, I Choose Love.
I can see God, I can see bones, I can see life or death coming on strong. I would like to say thank you to love itself. I mean, it's an amazing thing to love. I'd like to say thank you to all my new friends here and congratulate you. Thank you to the Global Peace Awards, Steve Robertson, the panel. I'd like to say thank you to my daughter, who's my marketing director, Katrina, my parents, my team in Salt Lake City. It's a tremendous honor to be able to share this song, and it helps tremendously to hold a consciousness of love. So I invite you to use it and share it. So thank you so very much. Yeah. Woo.
We now welcome the folk music public voting winner, Radhika Vicaria, of Her Departure, for her song, Act of God.
Thank you so much. I want to thank everyone who voted for this song, and again, my co-creator, Jarl Arnested, producer in the audience. He's amazing. He created such a great space for me to do this music, and I feel so supported by everybody here. Act of God was really written because it's about taking things into your own hands. We cannot wait for outside forces. We can't wait for somebody else to take care of the situation. And on Earth Day, this is so much more important now than ever. We really have to take things into our own hands and show how much we care for this planet. Every single person in this room does, I'm sure, right? So all of us every day can do something small. Something small. It's like a drop that makes up the ocean, and that's what we have to do. Don't wait for an act of God. We have the support of God, but we have to do things ourselves. So thank you so much. Thank you.
I feel we now have a very special musical treat. For those of you who were not able to attend our 2016 awards ceremonies, our grand prize winner was Sangeeta Kaur and her song, Let Me Weep. We feel very honored to have Sangeeta and world-famed pipe organist Christoph Boll of the First Congregational Church to perform her beautiful song, Lascio che pianga by Handel. That was beautiful. Sangeeta and Christoph, wow. That was fantastic.
In our next winning category, country music, Lonnie Park won the jury panel prize for his song Link of Chain. Lonnie is currently on tour on the East Coast and could not join us today, so Steve Robertson, would you kindly come on stage to accept on his behalf?
Lonnie has a super big heart. Last year he was our back scenes announcer and just stepped into place and helped in any way he possibly could. He's a beautiful soul, an amazing songwriter, and a good friend. Lonnie, wherever you are, much love to you, brother. Hope your performances go great over the weekend, and thank you for participating in our contest. Woo.
We now welcome to the stage the country music public voting winner, Diane Durrett, for her song Be Somebody's Angel.
Give without warning and dare to love, causing uprising of goodness, fight against pain and sorrow. Don't put it off until tomorrow. Why don't you be somebody's angel?
Oh, it's such an honor to be here today. And the song Be Somebody's Angel is actually about how good it feels to do something good for someone else. And I really feel like that gives you peace in your life when you do little good things for other people. And so I'm really happy to be here. Thank y'all so much. It's so many beautiful artists, oh my God, singing today and playing. So thanks, Steve.
Thank you, Lindsay, for your help. We now welcome our next presenter to the stage, Sangeeta Kaur. Sangeeta Kaur is a Vietnamese-American trained opera singer, mantra singer, producer, and 2016 Grand Prize winner of Global Peace Song Awards. She is inspired to bring healing and awakening through music and yoga. Sangeeta has performed around the world and at many prestigious theaters. She is the founder of Empower with Art Productions, which brings new and spiritually inspiring musical productions to the world.
Good evening, everybody. How are you all doing so far? First off, I just wanted to say thank you so much for coming and supporting Global Peace Song Awards today. It's such a powerful movement that's happening. Voices are coming out, truth is coming out, healing is happening, and we're sharing so much through spirituality and all of these teachings, right? I just want to thank Steve Robertson, first off, for creating Global Peace Song Awards. We need more of this. Music is so impactful. It is so powerful. We all know that it brings us together. Today we're here together because of music. And with all of us who are artists in this room, whether you are a musician, a photographer, an actress, actor, dancer, whatever it is that you're doing, when we do it consciously and from our hearts, it is so much more impactful. It reaches and touches all those that hear you, and see your work in such a powerful way. And just through my journey as a musician, as an opera singer, coming out as a mantra singer, spiritual singer, you know, I discovered in time that there was so much more that I wanted to do with what the universe, what God had given me, a gift and a love and passion for music. And I realized later down the line that I had a responsibility. And just like each artist in this room, no matter what your medium is, we have a responsibility. Because our message, what we put on paper, what we put on the screen, what we put into the speakers, it's going to touch people one way or another. And in this room, we have so many artists who devote and dedicate their lives and their art to reaching the hearts and to bring positivity and upliftment to humanity and to this world. So I am so honored to be standing here today with all of you and to be here with Steve Robertson and all that he's doing. So please come back, support this, support conscious music. We need more, much more of this in the world, conscious arts in general. So thank you so much.
Sangeeta and Karen in our next and combined winning category of classical, opera, and a cappella music. Our jury panel winner is Shoshana Michelle for her song When Leaves Dance. And our public voting winner is Fadi Awad for his song We Are Here. Shoshana and Fadi are not able to be here today.
Congratulations to both Shoshana and Fadi.
Thank you, Sangeeta and Karen. The next person we will welcome to join you on stage and as a co-presenter is Hai Win, also of Empower with Art Productions. We again thank your organization for its gracious grant donation in sponsoring today's Global Peace Song Awards ceremonies. Sangeeta Kaur and Hai Win both join our 2018 Global Peace Song Awards contest as jury panel members. Hai is a self-taught classical guitarist, classically trained singer, and a former VP of a very successful international oil company in Vietnam. He believes that music is a tool that bridges and connects the souls of humanity. His passion and talent for music and philanthropic mission to give back to communities has raised great support for charities and empowered the dreams of many university students. He is the founder of the Hai Foundation. Please welcome to our stage, Hai. Sangeeta, Hai, and Karen, in the jazz music category, we now welcome to the stage our jury panel winner, Darren English, and his song, Pledge for Peace.
Thank you to the Global Peace Song Awards for this award and honor. I'm really grateful. I'd like to dedicate this to the life and legacy of freedom fighters Nelson Mandela and Winnie Mandela, and to the country of South Africa. Thank you.
Our jazz music public voting winner is Babel and the group's song Vakio. Babel is unable to be here today, however. Please give them a round of applause. Thank you and congratulations again to Babel. Sangeeta and Hai, in our next category of music, hip-hop, we welcome to the stage our jury panel winner, Brain Power, featuring Orange Grove for their song All the Same.
Mental ball and chain. What if it's all in vain? The fight, the game, the loss, the pain, the hate, the love, the cost, the fame.
1, 2. So I only got 20 seconds. My name is Brain Power from Amsterdam, Los Angeles. Can I hear you? So listen, music is my calling. and I don't have all the answers, but I do want to say, at the end of the day, you know, nobody wants to feel rejected. We all want to feel loved, and I feel like we need to build more bridges because no matter what we believe, I believe we're all the same underneath. Thank you.
Yeah.
Forgot the actual award.
Keep it going. Got to get the picture with the certificate. We now welcome to the stage our public... Oh, pardon me.
I have a special little something I want to say to my brother, Brain Power. Where are you, Brain Power? Come here, brother. I think and feel this is one of the most important hip-hop writers on the planet. Yeah, and I asked him if he would perform his song. We just absolutely ran out of time. And he arrived here, flew all the way from Amsterdam. Give him a round of applause. He was gracious and kind and loving and accepting of the fact that we just didn't have time to have him perform today. But I promise you next year, he will. He will perform.
I think it's safe to say we're all excited to see you perform Brain Power, so looking forward to that. And now, we welcome to the stage our public voting winner in the hip-hop music category, Roman Lee Norfleet, for his song, The Cycle.
Granted, this art is harder than granted. Let us use the force to make known our cultural standard. Forever expanded like the industrial complex and expanded. But I come through like Angela Davis, making changes through pages. The future is for our sake.
This is awesome. This is awesome. Happy Earth. Happy Earth Day, guys. Earth Day should be every day for sure. Shout out to brother Steve, man, for putting on something like this and recognizing artists that are genuinely trying to lift up the vibrations and consciousness of the planet. It's much needed. It doesn't have to be everywhere mainstream because it's right here. It's in this awesome church, that awesome organ back there. So I just want to thank everybody for being here and thanks for being alive. And yeah, God bless everyone. Thanks for the creator for all of this. Thank you.
Keep it going for Roman Lee Norfleet. Now, thank you, Sangeeta and Hai. And before you go, we have a special award we would like to present to you both, along with Christopher Bull and David Harris from the First Congregational Church. Christoph, David, and Steve, would you please all join us on stage?
Away from my cue card. My words are basically, it really does take a team to pull off an idea as we've done here today and plan to do continually and annually. And with your love and support and your kindness and your grace and your care and your generosity, we have a special gift that I will be offering you behind the stage. A little trophy for each of you to remember this important moment on stage at this time with the presence of the great love and care that each of you have brought to this vision. Hi, what a beautiful, kind, compassionate, and caring soul you are. Love you. Christoph, without Christoph, we would not be here today. Look at this church. It is just awe-inspiring. His writing talents appeared on an album that we did, the Two Unite All album. He is a man of great heart, soul, and musical talent. Christopher. Sangeeta, what can I say about how sweet you are, and what a talent, and what a heart, and what a voice, and what a gift you deliver to our planet. And I thank both you and Hai so deeply for your support of our event today, and you are a God's gift in my life. And Karen, I have known Karen for, since 2006 or 7, a long time. She's been a very good friend, and I wanted someone with heart and spirit and presence and clarity and love to hold space for this important event. And when I put the call to her, there was no hesitation. She was here. And I just want to thank you for just being who you are, and being present to the life and vision of really living as a disciple of unconditional love. That's the truth of what we would all hopefully model. So thank you, Karen.
I want to thank Steve for going off script. I'm pretty sure we now would like to invite our next guest presenter. Is that right?
That would still be me. So, I can't really read this so well, so I'm again going to speak from my heart and just say, in the spirit of our Global Peace Song Awards that honors musicians who are creating messages of love and peace, promoting the message of inner peace, I want to take a moment and announce we are adding a new jury panel member and famed singer-songwriter, an Iranian performer, to our lineup. Her name is Jasmine. Her YouTube videos have been seen by millions upon millions of people. She will become our first Middle East peace, pop, and rock jury panel member and musical ambassador. In the spirit of this reality that we're dealing with now in the Middle East, it's a very tense process we're all going through collectively. And as we're acknowledging the importance of Earth Day, honoring Mother Earth, loving Mother Earth, we also want to acknowledge and hold a prayer for peace in Gaza and Palestine, where some 1.4 million families and peaceful protesters have prayed for peace for over 60 years, for their freedom and an end to occupation. And at the same time, we acknowledge that there are some hundreds of thousands of innocent families and children in Syria who are defenseless and have no way to protect themselves against bombs which are raining down on their homes and on their cities. I would like to take a moment and sincerely invite everyone in our audience to take a moment, to take a minute with me of silent prayer, where you envision and feel a true inner peace and love within yourself. A love that embodies and envisions a true and lasting and loving peace in Gaza, in Palestine, and in Syria, and throughout the Middle East regions of our world. A prayerful vision that holds the true teachings of Jesus the Christ, who said, "Love thy neighbor as thyself." And knowing the truth of this great metaphysical teaching, we hold true that until each of us love and have compassion for ourselves, we will only project our greatest discontent onto others, onto the animals, and onto Mother Earth. Let us please take a moment for this inner love and sense of true peace in this prayer. Please join me for a moment, for a minute of silence. Thank you. Now, related to all of this, at the church entry, where you walked in, you might have found or seen a flyer that looks like this. This To Unite All flyer was a benefit album I produced with Peter Gabriel, Roger Waters from Pink Floyd, Philip Lawrence from Bruno Mars, Stewart Copeland from The Police, 30 world-famed, deeply caring musicians. The album serves to bring medical supplies and PTSD therapies into Gaza and Palestine and to help bring peace to the Middle East. This started because in 2014 I saw a newscast of a reporter in a hospital room in Gaza. Behind him there was a little girl in a hospital bed. He reported that this little girl was in a coma and the doctors were doing everything they could to help her survive. But if she did survive, she was going to find out that her mother, her father, and her sister, her entire family were murdered in a bombing. And I said to myself inwardly, I said, that's enough. I'm going to do something. I'm going to do something. So I started lobbing out phone calls. I got all of these amazing musicians to participate. I found this little girl. I spent 6 months trying to find her. Didn't know whether she had lived or survived or had perished. And I found out after 6 months through an organization in Gaza called the National Center for Community Rehabilitation, who is just a brilliant, kind, loving organization who works with children who have lost limbs or been severely injured in these attacks and or have lost family members or are psychologically traumatized. Works to try to give them a childhood again. And so once I found her, this organization, the National Center for Community Rehabilitation, said, we know where she is. I had an idea we could do a song. One of our advisory board members with Project Peace on Earth, Richard Ganaway, is a beautiful soul who writes some of the most amazing music and works with children who have no experience whatsoever in singing. And so I had an idea that we could do a song with them and bring this little girl, Shaima, into the song, and we did exactly that. We produced a song, we produced a video, and in the larger context of what we really accomplished with that is we launched a campaign which is presently running in Gaza called Love All, Love Wins. And it also said UDHR, Love All, Love Wins, UDHR, which stands for Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Eleanor Roosevelt wrote this in 1947. It's everything any human rights activist would want to see implemented in the world. And we had them print t-shirts up. The major soccer players from Palestine wore them, little kids wore them. We had them made armbands that said that because at the time there were summary executions going on of Palestinian kids and such. And we had them print up a little door sticker like this that said, Love All, Love Wins, because most of you don't know that there is a mandatory checkpoint, that Palestinians have to go through anytime they travel from one place to another. And the Israeli soldiers come up to the car doors, and we wanted to remind them. The first thing they see is that sticker. Love all, love wins. So with this awareness and our collective prayer of peace in mind, the story of our 2 Unite All album, and our acknowledged power of music to both heal and inspire peace, I want to now invite our next jury panel member, our newest jury panel member, Jasmine, to perform her song, Not Stop the War, Not Stop the War. No more war. No more war.
Thank you so much. I am such an honor to be here. I want to thank to Mr. Steve Robertson. Thank you for having me. And I want to thank to my music producer, Sean. And thank you for coming. And I am so happy to be here. And the lyrics and song is my first English song. And I write it. This is my true story. And I grew up in war. I born in war. And my song, I sing, please no more war. Peace, love, freedom for everyone.
I look from above, I see no hope, no love. All we do is hate, like we ain't believe in fate. Like the war when I was 8, we are in hell waiting for the gate to open its way. I come from the Middle East, I'm not a terrorist. My country's Iran, not Iran. Whoa. It's not the rain like an old friend. I come from the war, my family's was born. What was it for? Because we just want more. I look from above, I see no hope, no love. All we do is hate, like we ain't believe in fate. Like the war when I was 8, we are in hell waiting for the gate to open its way. I look from above. modest and so sure. Please stop war about no ghost for. In 90s screaming with all my fears. Please no more war. What do I stand by for? There is no more, we are the one. We become more poor. So please stop the war. Please stop the war. Please stop the war. Please stop the war. No more war. Please stop the war. Please stop the war. Please stop the war. Please stop the war. No more, no more. We don't want more.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jasmine. Keep the applause going for Jasmine. Now, we would like to invite our next guest presenter, the world-renowned environmental activist John Quigley, to the stage. John Quigley is an award-winning artist, producer, and activist. As founder of Spectral Q, his unique mix of human installation and aerial photography has brought together communities to create large-scale messages for the common good around the world. He has worked with dozens of environmental organizations advocating for the protection of nature, from the front line of tree-sit blockades to the halls of power in Washington and at the UN. He is the founder of Earth Day LA and has served on the national and international Earth Day boards. John is also a Project Peace on Earth Advisory Board member and has worked with Steve on several Middle East peace initiatives in Palestine. Please join me in welcoming John Quigley.
Happy Earth Day, everyone. Earth Day 1970. Today is the 48th anniversary of Earth Day. In 1970, the first Earth Day, it changed many things in our country. It inspired the creation of the EPA, the Clean Water Act, the Clean Air Act, the Endangered Species Act, these laws that form the basic structure of our environmental protections today. Yeah, so that's the legacy of the first Earth Day. It also changed my life. I was a 9-year-old, I went to school, and they gave us each a tree. I went home, planted the tree. When I was 18 years old, my mom took a picture of me with that tree, which was now 3 times taller than I was. And I think it's important on Earth Day to remember that the connection between peace and nature is integral. There can be no true peace without peace with nature. And right now in Washington, there is an absolute war on nature. The gutting of the EPA, the push to drill everywhere. And today is a day to reflect and to renew our commitment to protect Mother Earth. And while we do that, I'm going to read a poem from Wendell Berry that I think rekindles that vision of what's possible. It's called Work Song Part 2, A Vision. If we will have the wisdom to survive, to stand like slow-growing trees on a ruined place, renewing, enriching it, then a long time after we are dead, the lives our lives prepare will live here. Their houses strongly placed upon the valley sides. The river will run clear, as we will never know it. On the steeps where greed and ignorance cut down the old forest, an old forest will stand, its rich leaf fall drifting on its roots. The veins of forgotten springs will have opened. Families will be singing in the fields. Memory, native to this valley, will spread like a grove, and memory will grow into legend, legend into song, song into sacrament. The abundance of this place, the songs of its people and its birds, will be health and wisdom and indwelling light. This is no paradisical dream. It's hardship is its reality. That final line by Wendell Berry has always, I've been churning on it for decades. Its hardship is its reality. What that means to me, the poem is called Work Song. So to me, ultimately, Earth Day is about work. What is the work that all of us are going to do? What will you, as you walk out of here, what will you commit to? There are many local issues. Restoring the South Central Farm, moving the city to 100% renewable energy. There are so many ways for you to ramp it up, to step it up. And right now, I want to put a special call out to supporting the people on the front lines who are being assassinated all over the world, people who are defending water, air, land, food, clean, healthy food by military who are backing the corporate powers. So please, any chance you can, support people who are on the front lines. The other thing I would like to say is that we've moved into an era of regeneration. I just came from San Diego Earth Day. I was marching in the parade down there, and just behind me was a little girl named Lila Jane. And she had a little bee outfit on, and her chant was, "Save the bees, plant more flowers. Save the bees, plant more trees." And on top of her little umbrella, she had duct taped the phrase, "Please don't swat." Like, don't swat the bees. And I just thought, wow, you know, she's 5. What will she be when she's my age? What will she have done? What will she have committed her life to? So as we walk out of here, I ask you to renew your pledge to do what you can, and we need it more than ever. We need to stand strong in the face of this vision of what the world can be, not just for us, but for future generations. Thank you.
Thank you very much, John. Karen and John, our next winning category is in rock and pop music. We had a tie and 2 winners here, and so we want to welcome to the stage our first jury panel winner, Kristen Speller, for her song Phoenix Rising Up.
Thank you to Steve Robertson and the Global Peace Song Award jury panel and the team and my fellow musicians. I first would like to thank my exquisite husband and my manager who chose Phoenix to release, and my incredible producer Greg Buckwalter who brought Phoenix to life, my publicist Beth Hilton who is a magician and is so exquisite at what she does. To my family, Jill and Angela, my sisters, to my mom, Gloria, and our daughter, Malakaya, who believe in me and who have been an instrument in helping me become a Phoenix. I wrote Phoenix on my dulcimer because there were so many people that were hurting, and I wanted to lend the song to those who felt as though they couldn't rise up. So I always said that if you can turn something that comes from nothing into everything, then you are in fact a Phoenix. I want to thank my parents who are among the divine heavens who have birthed me into a Phoenix, and also to my Cape Verdean ancestors who guide me every day. I'm truly humbled and I'm truly privileged to be a musician and to be honored on this Earth Day where we bring peace and love to the earth, to love one another, and to be among one another, and to not judge, and to live in a world of peace and freedom. Thank you.
And now our second jury panel winner in the rock and pop music category is Bob Seema for his song The Movers, the Shakers, and the Peacemakers. Bob Seema. Do you have Bob in the house? No Bob in the house. Well, let's give him a round of applause anyway, huh? And now we'll move on to our public voting winner in the rock and pop music category, and that's Nikki Chris for her song Together We Stand. Very good. And now we want to welcome to the stage our next presenter, Peter Joseph. Peter is an American musician, filmmaker, author, and social activist, best known worldwide as the creator of the award-winning Zeitgeist film series, downloaded over 220 million times during its first year of release. Peter is founder of the Zeitgeist movement, a social sustainability advocacy group which currently operates across the world. He also founded and curates the annual Zeitgeist Media Festival for the Arts and is on the advisory board's steering committee for Project Peace on Earth. And he is a new Global Peace Song Awards jury panel member. Let's welcome Peter Joseph.
Honored to be here, and a huge thanks to Mr. Steve Robertson, whose relentless mission continues to inspire us all, definitely myself. Thank you, Steve. Albert Einstein once said, "If I were not a physicist, I would probably be a musician. I often think in music, I live my daydreams in music, and I see my life in terms of music." That's a pretty amazing quote, given his role as one of the most important thinkers of the modern era. It strikes me how the arts and the sciences seem to share a common thread. There's no doubt that an interplay between music and the intellectual development of thoughts and ideas is absolutely apparent. There's no doubt. But it's outside of the realm of music as we categorically know it, where the very engagement of music, whether in writing and performing and listening, allows for a kind of hidden education. While cognitive researchers have no doubt found great mental health benefit in the musical composition, art, practice, and appreciation, this deeper dynamic still remains a little elusive, a dynamic that shows a kind of vulnerability in the mind's consciousness to musical suggestion that really isn't possible through academic means. In my personal work, addressing society in its current, rather tenuous trajectory, I've realized that no matter how clear I work to write on a subject, how clear someone makes a train of thought proposed, the barrier to social change is our innate gravity towards emotional comfort and familiarity and tradition. And culture, in this way, has kind of become our own worst enemy. And this is why the arts, especially music, are critical to progress. It is the arts that sneak behind the ego to plant the seeds of new ideas. It is the artistic pursuit that gives life to our scientific inquiries and experimentation. And it's the arts that can generate new, more relevant values, overcoming old, outdated ones. As musician E.Y. Harburg put it, words make you think a thought. Music makes you feel a feeling. A song makes you feel a thought. And I'm convinced that the art of turning thoughts into feelings is the most powerful communicative force there is. Thank you. Woo.
I feel the grace of all this amazing music and these wonderful musicians. Do you? Now, as you may recall, we mentioned earlier that our new 2018 Global Peace Song Awards are currently in motion. By a show of hands, how many of you are musicians, video producers, or poets, and or know of someone who has an important song and message to bring to our awards contest in the world? Anyone? Oh, how exciting! If you do, how many of you have received one of our cards or would like to have one? So if you do and you did not receive one, please be sure to pick one up at the back table before you leave. We also want to mention that as part of our new 2018 Global Peace Song Awards, we are introducing a new spoken word category, and here to deliver a special Earth Day message and spoken word poem is the amazing Lee Purcell.
There are so many reasons to look out at this world and judge what I see. People are still trading slaves, and it's 2018. Peace on earth can be far and few and in between. We got murder and rape across the globe, even pedophiles hiding behind a white robe, an earlobe full of political misdirection, blaming society's tension on terrorism. All I want is peace on earth. I see this whole world as a big reflection of myself, which scares the hell out of me, because all the evil out there is a permission slip of a collective capability, showing me the human capacity for carnage, teaching me what I can be if I fall into the duality of hate, which I have many times over. And then I forget that we are all children of the sun. I hope that hypocrisy will end, and love will bend the catastrophic laws of balance. If unconditional love needs to be expressed in creative talents, then let us sing for peace. Let us forgive the beast with poetry and drown the devil that lives inside the light with an ever-present flow. Let the angels take flight, heaven-bound, spin around and stare straight into the gate of hate. Create another state. It is never too late to appreciate. And yes, we are human beings. We judge. And rightfully so. People are doing messed up things on earth. And karmically, they're learning their own lessons. Many lifetimes of crimes really grinds my gears, yet I am but a speck of sand in the massive plan of the universe, and as much as I fall into the epitome of no more hope for humanity, I get back on the horse because peace on earth is worth dying for. It is also worth living for. There are so many reasons to look out at this world and judge what I see. This can be my focus, or I can be the change that I'm looking for, which is not easy. So I encourage a whole population to ask themselves why. What's in it for us to entrust more love? We all know what fear brings. Imagine if we could inspire another human being to become their greatest version simply by being our own greatest self and helping one another out, spitting out hate and anger, stepping through the danger that lives inside our own vulnerability, teaching our children their own capabilities. 10 years from now, the children will be the flowers of this earthly bed, bred from the conscious seeds that humanity breeds. What are we feeding them? How are we treating them? What are we teaching them? These are just questions that I ask myself. We all make mistakes, and some take lifetimes to balance. And every dark soul will eventually step into the light, and the night will pass the torch, and the sun will shine. We all have a choice. Each moment is another moment to remember that love is the only feeling that is real. So I choose love because, well, this feels best. And it is also a seed that I get to share with the rest. We all have a heart beating inside our chest. I encourage a population to jump from an empty nest and trust that love will show you wings. In fact, We are already flying. Just see through what bothers you. I will guide you as you guide me through the dark caverns of my own mind. Together we liberate a sick society, observing what freedom looks like as the chains dissolve. Puzzle solved. We have evolved. And the sun just poked through the clouds.
Karen, Peter, in our next winning category, music video, we welcome to the stage the jury panel winner, Jennifer Thomas, for her music video, Alleluia.
Oh, my cheeks hurt from smiling so much tonight. There's a lot of love in this room and a reverence in this space, and I'm so grateful. Thank you to GPSA and the panel for this amazing organization in the awards. And this video, the song that I wrote, it's called Alleluia, and it has Latin text, Et terra pax, which means peace on earth. And the story is about a little shepherd boy who loses his sheep, and he goes on a journey to find it. And there's a second story going on with a homeless, runaway, troubled teen. And the whole concept is that even those who are lost can be found, and everyone is capable of being saved again. And there's so many people I would thank, the filmmakers and the editors and the choir and orchestra, too many to list, but most of all, I just want to thank my husband and my children, who, without them, I would be nothing and not doing any of this, so I'm so grateful. Thank you very much.
We now welcome our music video public voting winner, Melissa Junebug and Calvin Bergame, for their music video, The River Sings.
Water's rough, I will remember her voice guiding me on, because that voice stays in my soul. When I was barefoot, to now that I'm grown, when the river sings.
I just want to thank our community that has continued to support this project, focus on water conservation. And I want to thank Diane Durrett for the soulful lyrics to the song that are so powerful. And Tinsley Ellis for slide guitar on the song. And Calvin Bergame is not here, but he was the editor that helped me put this video together. And it was created to honor Native people and the ongoing struggle that they face, and the unity that has come out of so many of the conflicts as Standing Rock, Sabal Trail, and so many others. Because we are water. Water is life. Mini Wichoni, thank you so much.
Now, before we get to our final winning categories of Facebook social media most likes and most reaches, and our ultimate overall grand prize winner, we would like to first invite Sangeeta Kaur and Christophe Bull to perform another amazing song entitled Pi Jésus by Far. And now, for our winning category of social media for most likes, we welcome to the stage Say for her song We Are One.
So much I would say, but I only have 20 seconds, so. I am you, and you are me, and we are one. And especially today on this Earth Day, I could go on about the ocean. Our bodies are made of 80% water, so we are one with all the elements. Something I pray that we all take into our hearts and recognize as some of the coral reefs are dying, and we must keep the oceans alive, because without water, we do not exist. I want to thank Rob Beaton and the great collaborative team who helped me put this song together, which was a mammoth undertaking. The Cook String Ensemble, Jeff Cook, Jules Delgado, Jerry Watts. And I guess the only other thing I really wanted to say is I work for God. I show up. I do what I'm told, I hope. The secret to our survival is reconnecting to each other and to the natural world with reverence and with respect. Please take that into your heart, because it's not too late. Thank you.
Keep it going for Say. And now, Peter and Karen, our social media winner with the most reaches is the group Babel for their song Vacchio. Again, as previously mentioned, Babel is not able to join us here today, so Steve, would you please kindly join Peter and Karen on stage to accept on their behalf?
Before I say a word or two about Babel, I want to say a word about Say. We actually went to the same high school together in Virginia. Didn't even know it until we met. And, okay. All right, if you're going to make it that way. More importantly, as we started our first peace initiatives in Palestine, in Bethlehem, and since that time, from 2011 onward, I cannot tell you, what a beautiful, say yes human being she is. Anytime I ever asked her to participate or help or support, there wasn't a hesitation. She was there. And her music is just, it's glorious, and I so appreciate you. So. And Babel, our brothers in Spain, I'm here to hold this in support of your win, and we applaud you for your effort. We wish that you could have been here with us. We understand. Next year we hope you participate again. Your music is glorious, and we appreciate you very deeply. Thank you.
And now we would like to invite Radhika Vicaria to perform another one of her winning songs, Awake.
I've come so far away from where I came. I've been sleepwalking. The monster's arms, the woman safe, the voices say no one can hurt me. In the dark, we don't need a name, no need to feel ashamed. Put it on the pill, just give it. And somehow I can't touch my face, or I'm in this pain. But I know I'm alive, I'm breathing. Away, they will keep me in a dream. I will find the easily. I'm away. I made my bed upon the light, live my life in disillusion. Once misled, open my eyes, I am revived, can be human. In the dark we don't need a name, no need to feel ashamed. Put it on the pill, just breathing. And somehow I can't touch my face, forever numb in this pain. But I know I'm alive, I'm breathing. They won't keep me in a dream. I will find the easily. I'm away. Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya. Hare Hare Bole, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya. Hare Hare Bole, Namah Shivaya. I'm away. Keep me in a dream. I won't find the easily. I'm alive and I can breathe. Oh, keep me in a dream. I won't find the easily. I'm alive and I can breathe. Oh, I'm awake. 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 I'm awake.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Radhika. That was wonderful. Now, Radhika, Alfonso, Sangeeta, Hai, and Steve, would you please all join me together on the stage?
So, firstly, may I say to all of our Global Peace Song Award participants and winners, past, present, and future, you are all winners. Your music uplifts the heart of humanity and reminds us to find our own and unique divinity. Your imagination, your creativity, it is your spirit that lights the world for others to see. It's a light that each of us must bring into our heart to live as a full and authentic human being. I thank you all with all of my heart, with all of my soul, for what each of you do to make a difference in our world, to make a difference in our planet, to make a difference in uplifting each person to be their absolute loving best. Your music touches Mother Earth. Your music touches all of nature. And it reminds us, again, as the wise sage Chief Seattle said, all things are connected. All things are connected. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I only do what I do because of what you do. Your music feeds my soul. It lifts my heart when I look across the news. I see the challenging things that face our planet. And if it's not for your music, I would be lost. I would be lost. And I'm found. I'm found with it and through it. So with all this said, it is with honor and deep appreciation that I present to you on behalf of the Global Peace Song Awards, your winning grand prize winner and grand prize certificate from 5-time winning producer Alfonso Rodriguez, valued at $15,000 for and it is Sangeeta who I wanted to, in essence, pass this torch on to her. And next year, you will be here on stage, if you would so kindly grace us with that, to pass this same torch on to the next grand prize winner.
Thank you so much. I can't think of a better person to carry this on from Sangeeta. Her spirit's so sweet. I want to say thank you to Steve Robertson, everybody here. It's such an honor. It's so humbling to be amongst such brilliant musicians. Thank you for finding us so that we could all find each other. It's beautiful. I think I thanked everyone, but I wanted to leave the best for last. Somebody who supports me and been able to take my music out into the world more so because of him, my future husband-to-be, Brian. Thank you so much. There's so much love in this room, and it's a hard thing to find your place for music, but it's just so incredible to be here and share in this capacity. It's wonderful. Thank you so much, everybody.
become so accustomed up here.
This has felt like an amazing awards ceremony. Would you all agree? Again, we are all so happy to congratulate all of the Global Peace Song Award winners. You are all amazing. You inspire us and our world to be a more peaceful and loving place. We are deeply thankful to all our 2017 jury panel members and to all of our presenters today, Lindsay, Sangeeta, Hai, John, Peter, and our behind-the-scenes MC, Adam Roberts. Steve, would you and the rest of the presenters please rejoin me on stage? Anybody who wants to come on stage? Steve, I want to really... I want to personally thank you from my heart for your heart and your incredible hard work in bringing this wonderful contest to reality and for all the amazing work you do in the Middle East. Would you please say a few words?
Thank you. Lindsay, Sangeeta, Hai, Alfonso, Radhika, Peter, Karen, Say, Jennifer, Christopher, Brother Adam. Wow, I just so personally thank you for taking time out of your life and placing your heart way outside the box. And, you know, I really want to say it's, you know, this could have only been done with you guys, with your kindness, with your care, with your unconditional support, and your brilliant talent. Just your family. Thanks, Steve. Next, I would like to thank all of our volunteers at the First Congregational Church of Los Angeles and the volunteers from the Musicians Institute who really helped make this event a reality. If you're in the crowd, stick your hand up. You know, please give a round of applause. So much behind the scene work went on. A huge thanks to my friend Michael, our contributing producer back here. One of my best friends, Fritz Heed, back here manning the camera. To Eric Walsh and Monique, who've documented everything. There'll be lots and lots of pictures here. Peter, where are you? This gentleman here, Peter. A lot of this fun and sort of somewhat crazy coming together has to do with this loving and kind guy who said, I can turn your event into a live streaming event. Why don't I fly down from Canada and help you do that? And then I had another friend, Aisha, who said, well, I think I can help. I can distribute this feed out to some 67,000 musicians and participants. Are you here? Okay, she may not be here. And then my friend Sean with Melly, MCT Melly TV. I don't know if Sean's here. Sean said, well, I can probably distribute this out to 20 million some odd homes. And I said, well, great. So we really, I mean, this just happened at the last moment, like Thursday of last week, and it's been quite crazy since then. My heartfelt thanks again to you, Karen, for just being present and precious and conscious and conscientious about each and every word that we went through to create this script, to honor the truth of this great music of the spheres. That's what our contest is really about. It's to find the great music of the spheres. And to my friend Robert, Adam Roberts,
Steve Robertson,
my pancake buddy at my favorite restaurant, the Topanga Table, and who courageously said I would do this and has done an absolutely, would you not agree, both of them, an absolutely brilliant job. I want to thank all of the people with Project Peace on Earth and who contributed prizes to our event to really inspire and empower the career of musicians. That's what this is about. This is about finding the most spiritually awake musicians on the planet and video producers on the planet, and to provide them with resources that can help take their career into a place where they can live well and abundant, as we want musicians to do. You know, Sean, I see you out there, brother. I hear the beauty of your heart, and every word is designed to inspire and empower us. And that is something each of the musicians have here in common, and something we want them to be well rewarded for in this topsy-turvy music industry that has now placed the responsibility on their own shoulders. Alfonso, thank you, dear brother, for your kindness and your generosity. You will have an amazing human being to work with. This 5-time Grammy winner just said, I just asked him, I said, would you be willing to do this? Would you be willing to give a recording session? He was like, sure, yeah, I'll definitely do that. And that's who he is. Well, thank you. Our organization, Project Peace on Earth, has some amazing, absolutely amazing musicians on it. And there are several of them that said that they would be willing to agree to perform with winners of the jury panel member on a new song. And some of them are here. I see Hani Nasser, one of the world's, Hani, stand up. One of the great oud players on the entire planet, and a person of such great soul and spirit you cannot imagine. I took Hani with me to Palestine for our very first concert, and he was so happy just to be there. Didn't ask for anything, and that was just his gift to the world. We have other musical ambassadors with us who have contributed their music. Fox Lima from the group Enigma, Elijah Ray, Finbar O'Hanlon, Haggai and Itai Israeli, Cofield Monday, Slim Jim. How many of you ever heard of the Stray Cats? Drummer of the Stray Cats. And just want to thank you all for just being generous and standing in support of our musicians. Thank you to Stefan Heger. All the musicians, all the winning musicians will have a free engineering session with him, mastering session with him. It's a great gift. Sean Locke of Soul Traveler Radio for packaging together a full radio interview and press release for our grand prize winner. And Greg Spalanka and our sister Disha, both of them amazing artists and who have contributed their artwork for album covers or inner liner jackets for our albums. And I especially want to give a huge thanks to one of the unsung heroes on the planet and in my heart, Attorney Burgundy Morgan. This is an absolute angel on the planet. She's an always yes, whatever it takes. That's who she is. Love you very much, Burgundy. She's an absolute genius attorney, and she's a brilliant musician and has a heart of gold, an absolute heart of gold. You're an angel in my life, in our planet, and just in helping anyone who reaches out. That's who she is. And Suzanne Duchette is here, I think, someplace. Suzanne, she and Burgundy delivered hour-long webinars to our jury panel members and our public voting members on the do's and don'ts of contract, which a lot of people don't know. And Suzanne delivered an absolutely brilliant webinar on how do you market and sell and promote your music? How do you make your music make money for you? And wow. Again, my sincere thanks to Sangeeta and Hai for your just unwavering support, kindness, graciousness, care, and sponsorship of our event. Your organization, Empower with Arts Production, is a beautiful gift to our world, and I thank both you and Christoph. In words, what can you say when you have one of the grandest pipe organs on the planet and one of the world's best pipe organists with some of the most amazing musical vocal talent there is? I mean, what a gift, would you not agree? I mean, again, I also want to give a quick thanks to all of the staff here from the First Congregational Church of Los Angeles. They were just open the door, open their heart. What do you require? They were there, they were here for us 100% of the time. We hope that we can come back again next year. We pray that we can. I love this facility, I love this church, I love this organ, I love what Christoph does on this. And finally, just a quick reminder, those of you who are singers and who have new songs, our 2018 contest is still in play. Please, submit your song before June 1st and take part again in this beautiful celebration of your music. Our event is slightly different from other events. Some people are looking for different types of music. We're only looking for sacred music. We're looking for the musical prayers that open people's hearts and uplift their soul into a realization of the divinity that is within us all. That's what we're looking for through this contest. And be on the lookout. We are going to have a 2016-2017 album that will represent all of the winners here. That will be coming out very shortly. Karen, I think you had a couple of closing things to say, did you not, after I've probably burned a hole in the microphone?
Let's give it up for Steve Robertson, ladies and gentlemen. Steve Robertson.
We are so thankful to all of you who traveled here from all over the world to join us today and celebrate this amazing awards presentation. Thank you all for making this such a fun and grand celebration. We invite you to stay, to meet, to mingle, make new friends, take photos, and please travel safely back home, wherever that may be. Thank you.